All right, guys, welcome back. NBA Fantasy Salary Cap Edition continues, and we have just concluded game day 5 of game week 9, and we shall be moving on to game day 6 in a few hours' time from today. So as you can see right there, I am above average. Game day 5 is an alright game day. The average was 152, and I scored 208. The topmost points are 330. Now, looking at the contributors, I managed to fill the full squad. So George gave me 55 from the Washington Wizards. Nikola Jokic, more on that. He lost to Alperen Şengün in this game. Alperen Şengün, wow, must have had a terrible game to give me just 28 in this one. Then Khan Knopo giving me 39, and then Amain Thompson 44. On the bench, I had some players, Giuseppe 38, but I went with Knopo, and Knopo proved to be the wise decision in this situation. Minor had 9, and that was all the players that played on the day. So let's jump right into the games that we had on the night. All right, so the first game was, of course, Houston Rockets in Denver, and they managed to win that game, but it was a crazy game. Kevin Durant's 31 points managed to fuel the Rockets to this win, and there's a budding rivalry that is happening between these two teams. That's why I actually used my captainship on the first game out when the Denver Nuggets beat Houston Rockets. And in this case, Reed Shepherd proved to be the decider. His final 11 points in the third quarter blew open this close game. The game was close until the third quarter, then Reed Shepherd happened, dropping 6 out of 9 long-range shots, 28 points from Reed Shepherd, as you can see right there. Durant dropped 31 points in this one, 6 rebounds and 5 assists, 50 points. Fantasy points in that one. Nikola Jokic on the other side had 25 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 42 fantasy points. Reed Shepherd, the decider of this one, had 55 fantasy points, dropping 28, 2 rebounds and 6 assists in this game. Jamal Murray had 40 fantasy points, dropping 16 in the game, 4 and 7 assists. Let me roll the highlights of this one. Amain Thompson, before we get into the highlights, had 44, which is no less his average. 16 points in this one, and 6 assists and 4 rebounds in this game. Let's roll those highlights.
Other night in New Orleans. Now Şengün coming in, nobody there, lays it in. NBA's all-time scoring list. He's chasing Wilt Chamberlain. As Durant mid-range, no tip, yes.
And that is what Houston is trying to do. Kevin Durant getting to his mid-range right away, has a good look with the second chance points. Denver's got to limit those for the Rockets.
Crowd still standing, waiting for the Nuggets to score it. Jones in the lane, put it up and in. There we go. And Spencer Jones, a 24-year-old, he's a two-way player, playing important minutes for the Denver Nuggets. Durant shoots a 3 and nails it. Kevin, good defense by Denver. And pass inside to Okogie, got a wide open look for Smith. And Smith knocks it in. Jokic looking for the cutter, he's got a back door, Spence. Yeah, there you go. He's getting there. He's not in. Şengün trying to get by Jokic. Jokic already a foul. Murray takes it away. Murray's defense upgraded recently. Been playing well. Hardaway for 3. Bam! He can shoot right over. Now Shepherd tries it again, hits it again. Now Şengün Dump it under. Valanciunas was there. Corner three, that's good too. Time with the injuries. Bruce Brown all the way. Hey, Bruce.
Great screeners, great rollers, great rebounders.
Now Pickett gets back to his man. Durant fires. And Durant drops it in. Can't. Valanciunas going to try it again. Yeah. Got to get big foul going. Durant tries it again, and he's on a mini heater here. He's got 20
units. Yeah. Not going against star players and star defenders.
Cam Johnson in the lane. No, Val is there to clean up the mess.
The defense kind of picked between the two.
Double bigs in for Denver now. Now corner three on the way. That's good. Boone throws it down. Can they finish the second quarter here? Jokic a little mad now. He may be going to work. 5 on the clock. They leave Jokic. Jokic behind his back. Got to get it up there. He does, and he beats the clock. See if the Nuggets can get off to a good start here in the third quarter. Or will it be more Rockets? Smith lets it fly and hits the Murray at 8 points. He's got Jokic. There's the short roll. And the shot is blocked on the weak.
2 offensive rebounds, or he has as a starter for Denver. It pays off.
First foul called on Okogie. Now Jokic straight away from it. That's good. And maybe Durant. Spencer Jones all over him. Şengün. Good pass. Smith is wide open, and he drops in another 3-ball. Hardaway sidesteps for 3. Got it. And nobody on Şengün, and he goes in, and 10-point lead for Houston. Jokic in the lane, put it up softly. No, missed it, got it back. Took it right away from Durant. Durant's sweet spot right there. He nails that just about every time. Murray around the screen, chased by Okogie. Valanciunas has it, and he puts it away. The dunk attempt by Hardaway Jr. Now Smith Jr. from long range, and he drops it home. So after going 1 of 6 in a close loss at New Orleans, Smith Jr. ramping it up here. He's got 14. Banging with Hardaway. Durant got it back. Unbelievable. Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant, if you like. Now Pickett for 3. Got it! As Murray turns the corner, come in deep. Got a good setup for Jones. Missed it. Valanciunas had it for a moment. No, it trying to get away from Okogie. Valanciunas baseline. Got it. Jonas, 10 points. Jonas. And Şengün.
Electrolytes and really stretching that hamstring out.
Now Shepard off the screen, and he drops it home. Now Murray is doubled. They come from the weak side. They steal it. Amen Thompson. Shepard cranks another one up. That's good too. Wow. Bruce Brown breaks through. The Rockets getting challenged, but answering back. Shepard's going to try it again. He checked. Got it. Operation all in for the Nuggets. Aluminum all in. Packed house. Here at Ball Arena, Nikola Jokic, the first basket of the fourth quarter. The Nuggets.
Or throw it up to the rim. They throw it up to Cade. Gets a clean look. What a shot. What a make as the horn sounds.
85-68. Over the open man, Pickett. And Pickett knocks down. That's not good. That's a bad ratio. Back cut, Brown comes underneath and scores it. And Brown in Durant's face. Jokic from 3 today, just 1 of 4. Now Shepard around, everybody lays it in.
You put yourself in a really tough spot switching that between Pickett and Jokic. Jokic has to defend the primary ball handler from the 3-point line.
Inside Murray, and a foul. Remaining. Hunter Tyson long range, no. Bruce Brown. 107-95. Afternoon almost over here in Denver. Pickett lay it up and in. Jalen, remember they can't do the hack-a-shack. And it's under 2 minutes. And Shepard with the steal. 4 will be 8-5 at home in a little bit of a struggle. But credit the Rockets. They came ready to play. They brought their 8. And the Nuggets will drop to 2-1 on the homestand with the 1 game remaining against Utah on Monday. Nice pass by the Houston Rockets. Take down the Nuggets.
All right, so that's how that one ended. The Houston Rockets managed to snap the Denver Nuggets 6-game winning streak after this loss. Now, I think they are, is it 2-1 if I'm not mistaken? Yeah, and then another thing to note during the game, of course, you know how the referees always cheat Nikola Jokic. They tried to do the same thing again in this one, and David Adelman was not having it. So the referees managed, they ejected him, they kicked him out of the game. This was 8 minutes left in the game. They kicked him out because of arguing that Jokic should have gotten a whistle, yet he didn't. But we're used to it. They remove assists, they remove rebounds, they remove so many stats from the man, but he's still the best anyway. However much they try to put him down, his game speaks for itself. He does not need assistance from the referees like some people that we shall see in this game, in these highlights towards the end. When the real players move away, you get to see them. One person called them fool's gold. You will get to see the fool's gold game later on today when the main players went out. So basically, that's how that one ended. Houston Rockets managed to win that game, 115 to 101. Now, after that, of course, we had Indiana Pacers taking on New Orleans Pelicans, and the Pelicans managed to win this one thanks to Zion Williamson. Now, of course, Zion Williamson managed to tie his season high. He dropped 29 points in this one, and of course helped the New Orleans Pelicans continue their winning streak, something that is rare. This is their 4th straight win. And of course, he came off the bench to give his contribution. As you can see on the other side, Pascal Siakam had 36 points, 22 points in the game, and 36 fantasy points right there. Zion Williams, 41. This is, I think, season high. He equaled his season high. He has also scored 29 before against the Chicago Bulls game. So he had also 7 and 1 assists to go with it, 41 points for that one. Let me pull the highlights of this one as well.
But the opponent in front of you and take care of business. Good to have you with us. As Siakam didn't get the finish, Derek's got it. Herb in the open floor. Saddiq Bey, wing 3.
Picking up where you left off, Saddiq. Pick up where you left off on Thursday.
Yeah, he's pretty incredible. 17 of his 29 coming in the 4th and overtime. And little flip. Man, Siakam, now, the most efficient fellow this season. He gave it away as I say that because Trey has been incredible. Jay Huff's given a jump and points off what you talked about. Yeah, they finished 50 and 32 last year, 4th in the East. We'll get to the playoff run in a moment. How about a corner 3? Okay, Herb.
I actually like Jay Huff a lot because he can space the floor and he's a freakish athlete.
Trey, top finish. Efficiency, playing the right way, and Trey showed you there.
It's contagious. Playing unselfish basketball, playing with energy is contagious. Good cut.
Yeah, and one of them.
He can do more than simply shoot threes.
Leads the Pels in scoring.
Oh,
How about a lob? How do you fall asleep? Save. But they could have played for the final shot, but they'll take that and they'll get it. They brought in James Wiseman, the former lottery pick.
And Furphy,
and
right
Johnny
there.
Furphy, corner 3.
Right.
Yeah, and right now, you brought it up while we were away. Rick Carlisle is searching.
As we saw in the Houston game a couple nights ago, you have to play the entire 48 minutes.
Right. Now McConnell gets into the paint. He's going to get an easy one out of it. So they've got 5 unanswered to start the quarter. The lob was fronted. So
whoever's on the weak side of the floor, this is the problem that you run into.
Right.
And Carlo and Saddiq Bey have to recognize this.
Timeout, Jan Borrego. Now it's like Wiseman taken away. And goes right to McConnell. Off the window, the easy one for Siakam. He wanted Wiseman. Had to go back out. It'll be Walker again.
He's going to hit one of them.
Yep. Walker. Extra pass, Furphy. Took it the layup.
I'm going to tell you what you don't want to do. They're letting them play today.
Right. It's only an 11-point game. Mathurin, get out of the way. It's down to 9. Derek working on Huff. Good passing. And extra pass. It'll be Sadiq on the finish. Trey leaves it. Derek got brought out of position. Extra pass. Z on the reverse.
And this is
what a pass.
But this is a great play by Derek Queen. I think he is too.
Trey on the pick. Furphy got him.
It's a lot of contact.
Man.
You got to play through it though.
Yep. On the run, the layup. Jackson gets it. Isaiah Jackson. Pels looking for early offense. Jordan got there.
Nice.
Yep.
That's playing with pace.
Jose, good look on the wing. Too strong. Micah tried to bat it back out. Pels now 5 of 19, and Furphy.
Furphy's an athlete, man.
He got it. He got up there. Jose wants the pick. Wanted to go to Carlo. Instead, Micah on the drive.
You got to look at the rim. There you go. Boy, it helps to see your first one go down.
McConnell leaves it. Furphy gets the finish. Furphy. And TJ McConnell in his lane. It's like Fred Rogers, you know, in my neighborhood.
I'm mad at you right now.
McConnell. 2 vets. McConnell's going to fall away and make it.
But that's the thing is when he has space.
Yeah, and if you take long shots, turn the ball over.
He's definitely going to lower his head and try and get to the rim.
McConnell. He's going to get him back into the game. It's 15. So the Pels by 16. And a great pass. TJ McConnell, once he gets into the paint, you're in trouble. A little tall, but he almost got it done. And it's going to be a layup. A little midi, actually, for TJ McConnell. Smart. He didn't take it to the bin.
That's what he does.
Now, Jose in the game. Poole sits down. He's got Wiseman, but he's got his own.
I'm going to say it again. You got to get number 9 under control.
Yeah, he's 7 of 9 for the field. And isolation. Going deep. And Sadiq got there.
That's it. The offense has actually been a little bit of a plus that he didn't know he was going to get. We can take some of that right now.
Trey has Sadiq. He'll get the finish and the foul. Mathurin trying to get back in time. You know, he's not real demonstrative. He just shows up. Hard worker. And it's appreciated in today's NBA.
Tough move.
Yep. And the way he called timeouts again. And Hawk! They let it go. Instead, Jeremiah finishes it off. 22-20. It was not an efficient second quarter. Only 1 assist. Now Micah trying to stay in front of Furphy. And he got the loose stuff back. 17 turnovers for the Pels a lot lately. Pels have kept it at like 10 or 12. Eve on the move. And did it. Yeah, chicken wing came out a little bit. But I like the footwork. That lob for Wiseman. Okay.
I am.
Man, feels good.
All right, so New Orleans Pelicans was not having a loss again. They're on the roll. If they continue it, they would have passed LA Clippers, but we are going to see Fool's Gold showed them itself when the Stars left the game, and of course you could see the Fool's Gold in that game. So it granted LA Clippers a win, which would have made helped New Orleans Pelicans surpass them, but just because of Fool's Gold, they won't be able to, because they also got a win. So that's how that one ended. Indiana Pacers losing to New Orleans Pelicans 109 to 128 in that game. Then, of course, after that came the battle of the rookies, the best rookies as I speak. I think those are the best rookies in my estimation. I think Cooper Flag, number 1, VJ Edgecombe, number 2, then maybe AJ Mitchell, number 3. Among the rookies, I think these two are the best. So Dallas Mavericks was taking on Philly. Remember, Philly is fully charged by the return of Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey dropped 38 points in this one, which was very, very, very influential. And then, of course, VJ Edgecombe, as you can see right there, dropped 26. Then, of course, AD and Cooper Flag on the other side each dropped 24 points in this game. All right, so as you can see, just a look at AD before we roll up the highlights. AD dropped accumulated 46 fantasy points in this game, a double-double, 24 points and 15 rebounds to go along with that. Cooper Flag continues to impress, 24 points in this game, 37 fantasy points. Then on the other side, Tyrese Maxey, 54, dropping 38 points in this game, 54 fantasy points. VJ Edgecombe, 26 in the game, getting 40 fantasy points. So let me roll the highlights of this one.
Maxey, the pull-up and the three.
Inexplicably, and Tyrese doing what Tyrese does made them pay more often than not.
And Barlow with a steal. Dominic Barlow with the flush. Well,
Yeah, no, he was knocking down threes to the point where when he missed one, you were kind of surprised it didn't go in.
only missed one. He was 3 for 4 last night. What a move by Najee Marshall in that trade deadline trade last year. Sent Caleb Martin down to the Lone Star State, and we are very happy to have Quentin. That is P.J. Washington spinning his way in for 2.
Again, utilizing that drop step.
VJ counting in the foul for the rookie, VJ Edgecombe.
Crushed in his first night against Boston, yes, but his defense is better now than it was in day one, and that's why he's had a better night last night.
Davis. Cooper Flag running the floor, a little bit behind him, but he reaches back and secures it and lays it up and in.
Good pass from AD.
Tyrese with his 13th 30-point performance of the season last night. Jared McCain played the entire fourth quarter, and he was really good late. The scoop and score for Jared McCain.
Holding his own on the glass.
Yeah. Max Christie has checked in. Another turnover. 5th turnover already for the Mavericks. Tyrese Maxey from downtown. Surprised they parted this first quarter. Williams. Marshall. And she's got it and the foul for Najee Marshall. Of course, Tyrese Maxey and Quentin Grimes, Texas natives. So always get a little more excited for these two. Sidestep by Tyrese, no good, but Andre Drummond there to tap it up and in. 4th rebound already for Andre. This is Ryan Nimhar. Davis, nice move by AD.
6'12", and now he's a big guy with guard skills.
Klay Thompson with the left hand. 3-point game. 10 to go in our first half. Barlow, good fake, and the reverse falls for Dominic Barlow.
Grimes, those are 2 talented guys we just haven't had in the past.
Got this guy, the finger roll finish for Dominic Barlow.
Yeah, but look at Barlow. He is starting for your Sixers on a nightly basis.
And he's got 8 already in his first 10 minutes tonight. Klay flips it up and in.
Last night.
Davis and Drummond right back to it. Barlow for the flush.
In 13 minutes.
In 13 minutes, y'all.
That's ridiculous.
In 13 minutes.
8 rebounds, that's almost like 1.1 minutes.
Oh, what a great fake by Tyrese Maxey. Hit the brakes, letting him fly on by. 57-54, great one so far. This is first of 2 between the Sixers and Mavs. We'll see them in Dallas January 1st. Tyrese Maxey.
Against the taller Flag.
And that is a career high for a first half and a season high as a Sixer, I believe, for Dominic Barlow. As Davis.
Defense and their rotations and how they were getting out to guys and playing passing lanes. That was all them. Ooh.
Good move there by Brandon Williams. But yeah, you're right. I mean, VJ diving on the floor at the end of the game.
Those are the things that Nick has been teaching them, and now they're starting to come together. It takes time. Good look.
Great dime from Drummond to Barlow. Just 11 fast break points in the first. And there is Cooper Flag showing off that length and athleticism. The shot clock buzzer, unable to do so. Drummond and Davis battling underneath.
Good pass.
Yeah, what an outlet pass to Washington, who puts it up and in. Lone struggle spot for DB so far. Edgecombe up into the passing lane, bounces back to Flag.
Flag telegraphed that pass. VJ saw it the whole way.
Good fake by Washington, then puts it on the deck, lays it up and in. Do something out of the timeout. 10-0 Mavericks so far in this third quarter. That's the way to do it. Edgecombe all the way to the rack.
Nembhard trying to sneak that one up. No dice, says Maxey.
Good ball movement here by the Sixers. Barlow, bottoms.
Yeah, I thought he made it a little bit more difficult than he needed to be. He was going from side to side, was VJ.
Nobody gets back for the Sixers. Grew up watching those guys play. No. Anthony Davis taps it in. With 22, Maxey with 27. Dominic Barlow with 21.
Got big on him.
Maxey, fade away. And Jabari Walker.
Great reaction from Jabari.
Gives the Sixers the 104-102 lead. Flag's got 20. Good fake. Make it 22 for Cooper Flag.
Out of control or unable to kind of finish his move, he finishes it well.
Maxey floater, and it goes 29 tonight for Maxey. Here's McCain.
Good closeout by VJ.
Edgecombe up and in. Edgecombe knocks it away. Shot clock winding down. Flag with left hand way off. Floorboard picked up by VJ.
Good job of not fouling.
Edgecombe all the way. Good defense by Daniel Gafford. Back and forth we go. Williams to Cooper Flag for the U.
Often as you'd like.
As many times as you want. Tyrese Maxey's got 36. Got to get back on defense. Washington to Marshall, who puts it up and in. We got a 5-point game. Maxey with 5 to shoot. Into the black paint, and scoop, there it is.
Here, you don't want to foul anybody. Make them make tough shots.
Yep, still plenty of time for the Mavericks. Bad pass there by Marshall, so Davis couldn't get the 3 off. Davis baseline somehow sneaks it up in this season for VJ Edgecombe and the Philadelphia 76ers. This is the 3rd time.
All right, so this time round, of course, VJ Edgecombe prevailed ahead of Cooper Flag. Now, Cooper Flag, I will give him the benefit of the doubt because his squad really is terrible compared to VJ Edgecombe, but really it's not an excuse. Just the other game that we watched where Cooper Flag took over and helped the team win, he could have done the same thing in this one. Because even the 76ers are not that well off. But of course, tonight was Edgecombe's night, and he managed to win that one. Of course, as Dallas scored 114 and getting defeated by Philadelphia 76ers 121 in that game. Okay, then after that, of course, we had Boston Celtics, the informed Boston Celtics. These guys are a surprise. At the start of the season, we had counted them out, but boy oh boy did they come back roaring. And here they are yet again with another win, and this time round it was Pritchard who had a double-double, dropping 33 points in this one and 10 assists and 7 rebounds to go along with that contribution. It helped them beat Toronto Raptors 112-165. Mamu Kelechvili continuing to be influential. I remember telling you guys that, yeah, his usage rate has gone high. Maybe it's time to get him in if you can. Because he's cheap, and those points are actually not simple points. 24 points he dropped in this one, 34 fantasy points. Brandon Ingram, 45 fantasy points, dropping 24 in this one as well. Scotty Barnes having a silent one, 12 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 39 fantasy points. Derek White had a very good game in the previous game where he got 62 fantasy points, 33 dropped in the game. Same round has a quiet one, 15, 5 and 7 assists, 37 fantasy points. Let me roll these highlights as well.
Of the basketball as Pritchard drives and finds Cade. The injury to Tatum, but that has not been the case after a slow start. And Mamu knocks it down for Markham. And then a little bit of a shooting slump until last night. He busted out against Miami. Pritchard left open, blown coverage on the perimeter. Ingram, Mamu gives it back. Ingram gets to the foul line, rises up, and over top. One of the best.
Half possession, 19 on the clock.
Jordan Walsh with the denial. Here's Ingram, the three. He is on fire from deep. Ingram to Ochai, the closeout, puts it on the deck. Ingram looking for Mamu. Mamu with the three. Mamu says knock you out. They're 60-5, Jack, in those games. They love the three ball. Last year, over 50% of their shot attempts were threes as Cade lays it up.
Defense and how efficient you are sharing the rock.
Colin Murray-Boyles in for Scotty Barnes quickly. Looking for the rolling CMB. CMB is rolling to the basket. He played the 5 position at South Short and then able to finish. Started the season 0-3, then they were 4-5, and since that time 12-6. Minot with the 3. 13th in the league in percentage. They're 26 in three-point attempts. Garza from behind. Murray-Boyles keeps it alive, but to Gonzalez, who's denied by Walter. And no fast break points right now.
Well, they're doing a great job with the transition. D, you got to, oh my goodness.
With an up fake, trying to use that speed against Garza. Here's Grady. Good job by Grady.
Once you get into a good rhythm in the zone,
Gonzalez. Garza, solid job off of the bench. Simons, shot doesn't go. Quickly with a rebound. See if the Raptors can get a spark here from Ingram. The three is good, Ingram. Simons, cut off. Here's White with an open three. Wrap into the three ball. In the corner, there's CMB.
Nice against the zone, there you go.
And Scotty makes the shot. Acrobatic shot, gets swung around. Raptors down by 5. Chance here to slice into it. And Scotty gets to the iron, gets his own rebound, and muscles his way in for a two-handed slam. Led early by 6, and then it was all Boston. And Abaji misses. Last touch by Boston. Good job by Scotty. Scotty, the open three. Rattles it in. Especially considering first night of a back-to-back. They'll see Brooklyn in an early game tomorrow in your borough as Cade gets the 2.
Great job. That pass by Pritchard.
They're doing because we know that that's what's coming, so we need to stay focused, guys.
You certainly have to be focused against this team, and Pritchard with a 3. You just give him a sliver of a... Scotty finds Mamu. They leave him open. Mamu! Mania! Luka Garza checks in for Boston. Remember when, wasn't it Kyle Lowry, Matt Thomas?
Yep,
they did it as well. Matt's still playing it. Pritchard the 3. 3rd in the league in usage from beyond the arc, tied at 70. Here's Simons. And Simons fading. Tough bucket over top Murray-Boyles.
And they're going to have to make a decision on him coming over from Portland, right? The end of the season.
A great look. In the foul.
On 3. And now advantages in your scheme start to happen.
Shireman picks up the foul. In and out there. CMP. Garza, your 3, short. Pritchard, plus the foul. Celtics early on by 13, and Simons, it's a 7-point game. The Celtics going back to the 3rd. Scotty drives, gets in the paint, good job.
You know, certain teams, certain players have another gear.
Quick. Down the stretch in Milwaukee, played well. Now he's got it taken away by Shireman over the shoulder. Gonzalez got to be tighter with a basketball.
Got to be stronger with it. You mentioned it, quickly has struggled.
7-point game. Mamu on the cut. Mamu lays it up and in.
Great counter that time. Back cut.
Simons. No, and guess who? 10 and 8.
I mentioned earlier, the Raptors haven't beaten a top 10 offense.
There's White. 3. There's Derek White with a 3. In the lead. Matching their largest of the night. 14-4. They've outscored the Raptors in the quarter. And then Mamu looking for Scotty. Scotty over top. You and I are going to be there if he ends up there.
Well, let's hope so.
Congratulations to Sir Alex McKechnie as Pritchard knocks down that shot. And the Celtics, 39 of their 92, they didn't shoot it at the rate that they typically do. Because Pritchard's been able to do a lot of damage on the inside and in the paint. And Simons, no, Pritchard right there, he's got 33.
And tonight didn't get it. And as I mentioned, they need to figure things out.
Alright, so that's how that one ended. Boston Celtics continues to amaze and play well in spite of Jason Tatum being out. So this one ended 112 Boston Celtics to 96 Toronto. Now, of course, after that one came the Charlotte Hornets taking on Detroit Pistons. This is King Cade taking on Karl-Anthony, Brandon Miller, and LaMelo Ball. Now, unfortunately, LaMelo Ball fouled out of this game, and he only had 8 points. He had a terrible shooting. He was 3 of 14 before he fouled out. It was Karl-Anthony, Miles Bridges, ever consistent. He's always present, by the way. Miles Bridges, no matter what. And this one, 25 points, dropping 19 in the game. Then Karl-Anthony, dropping 19, 39 fantasy points right there. Brandon Miller getting 30 fantasy points, 14, 7 rebounds in this game. And I look at Ball. Ball had a terrible game. 33 points, but he only had 8 points and even fouled out of the game. While Cade Cunningham, King Cade, dropping a triple-double, 22 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists in this game. 58 fantasy points right there. Sidekick Jalen Durant doing his thing as well. 37, 19, and 11 double-double in this game. Let me roll the highlights.
To forecourt, shovels the ball. Ball for 3, and it's through.
Shoot the hot ball. No pun intended.
Brandon Miller inbounds the ball. LaMelo Ball on top, flings it, and down it goes. Just a flick of the wrist.
Yep.
Rebound Kalkbrenner. Kalkbrenner, the 34th pick in the draft out of Creighton. Sar Thompson to the basket. Flushed on the follow by Jalen Durant.
We're getting about 4 offensive rebounds a game now. One of the best in the league in that category.
Knuckle feeds Bridges, who buries it from the corner. Tobias looking for room in the lane. Dumps it down deep to JD. Back up over his head. It won't go. But tapped up and in. 3-down permanent gun for Cade. Goes. Lost it. Cade to Jaden Ivey. Jaden to the lane. Bounce to Cade. Cade drives it. Kissed the glass and hit it. As he hits the deck. Looks. Man. Stops on the dime. Fires. It won't fall. Cade the other way to Jaden Ivey. Jade fights his way to the basket. He hits it. As he hits the deck. Looks up. Back inside of the big man. Man called for it in the corner. Didn't have a shot. Dropped it. Cade found it to the basket for a big time slam. Now Miles Bridges dribble hands to Knuckle. Shot clock's at 10 already for Charlotte. Knuckle launches.
Too much room.
Up. and a whistle due to Karis LeVert. Ausar shoots a pass to Duncan Robinson. Pump fake in the corner, and now the shot, and he hits it! Off the deck to Stu.
He's about as cold as he was hot a moment ago.
Yeah. Inside for Cade, scoops and scores! Pistons able to rush. Just over 9 minutes to play in the first half. Ball uses the screen. Kalkbrenner. Now Knupple's in the corner by himself. What'd you expect? Knuppel keeps the dribble, bounces top side of Brandon Miller. Miller with the drive and the scoop and the score. Edges through traffic. Miles Bridges with a catch inside, wanted to jam it. Stu went after it, got it. Kalkbrenner also blocked by Stu. Cade has it topside, lines it up, won't fall. Miles Bridges with a rebound. Bridges with a drive and a scoop off the glass and a score. Traffic inside. LeVert whips it to Tobias, clock at 10. Screen from Stu. Tobias from the baseline, fires, fills it up. Cade against Knuppel. Knuppel trying to stay in front and did. Cade fires over him, no, tapped up and in by Stu. And this shot is blocked by Ausar. LaMelo's going to complain about that call, or no call in a moment. He might get another tech. Meantime, Cade to the basket, lays it up and in lefty. 10 seconds till halftime. Cade down deep to Ausar, turns, fires, fills it. Kalkbrenner has it up high, bounce to Brandon Miller, trying to take it to the basket and does. A little double clutcher. Make it 58-47. Miller has 9. Cade against LaMelo Ball, top side to JD. Jalen Durant inside on Kalkbrenner. Soft lefty, hook and he hits. Pistons run it out. Knuppel with a miss. Tobias to forecourt. Cade for 3 and it's through.
Beautifully done. Excellent break. And you know what? That was the forward running the break. Oh, what a lob from 3/4 court from Knuppel. Yeah, that was back in the days when you could watch World Series games and in class during the daytime.
Yeah. Duncan Robinson for 3 and it's through. Miller the ball and a dynamite dunk at the other end by powerful Miles Bridges, who has 14. Duncan Robinson calls for it in the corner. Triples! Count that baby and a foul! JD on the jumper, off the iron. Knuppel with a rebound.
Get to him early.
Knuppel lobs it. Kalkbrenner inside, used that 7-1 to score.
Lobbed it up there perfectly, got him low.
Had to give him some sugar. Here is Tobias in the post. Basket cut by JD off the high glass, and he hit it. Bridges down the lane, reverse no. Jalen Durant with a rebound, back to Cade, lob to Ausar for a stop. Bernie Bickerstaff, JB's dad, also on that list. Here is JD off the glass and good. Into the game, and right now he has 8 points.
You're right, he started off like he's going to get 30.
Jalen Durant to the left-hand dribble, to the right-hand hook, and he hit. Bridges will inbound. Does to Kalkbrenner. Knuppel from the lane, passes on the shot, gets the big man a dunk.
Solid awareness. That is a good play.
Ron Holland with a miss from the wing. Jalen Durant off to Tobias, who will drive it, kiss the glass, and score it. Outside for Miles Bridges. He tries to drive it into Cade, who knocks it away. Ausar Thompson with a slam on the other end. And I guess they have blasted Hornets in the paint. There's a sweet block by Ausar on Brandon Miller. On the other end, a dynamic dunk by Ron Holland. Charlotte had won 5 of 9 coming in, playing reasonably well. Here's Tobias over Knuppel.
Together?
Sure they can. Some defense. Javonte Green to the basket on the Piston end. Off the square for a score. Sion James to forecourt. James to the basket, lays it in. That's probably too easy for J.B. Bickerstaff. Salon trying to get to the basket.
Another steal for Javonte Green.
Pistons running out. Marcus Sasser to Ron Holland. A soft slam, this time by Ron. Forecourt to Trey Mann.
Pistons are going to hold the team in the 80s, even with that.
Salon, an open three, and it's through. Crowd gets set to go. The Pistons will let the shot clock run out. Charlotte cut it to 4 with 10:43 left.
All right, so that's how that one ended. LaMelo Ball actually coped out, left his friends to tough it out against Cade and company, and of course they lost 86 to 112. Detroit Pistons beating Charlotte Hornets in that game. Now, of course, after that game came the Washington Wizards game, as they took on Memphis Grizzlies. Now, the funny thing about this game is that Washington Wizards had to come from a 20-point deficit to win this game. Both CJ McCollum, as you can see right there, 28 points, 45 fantasy points in this one, and Keishan George 28 as well. 55 fantasy points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists to go along with that. Both those two were critical and crucial to ensure that they come back from that 20-point deficit. On the other side, Santi Aldama, 57 fantasy points, dropping a double-double, 37 in the game, and 11 rebounds for Memphis. Jalen Jackson Jr. dropping 22, 42 fantasy points in this one. Let me roll the highlights of this one.
Bub Carrington for 2. Bub Carrington, 15 points Thursday in the loss.
The Wizards do is McCollum pulls up, misses that 3. Sarr with the rebound.
Sarr can't get the finish, but does get the tap. Sarr has done
not as many threes last year. Very perimeter oriented for Sarr. A lot of that was also physically could not match up. Jaren not great finishing, but BC on the tip end.
Rebounding, assists, to say nothing of scoring. But this is a super young team in Washington. Spencer for 3. They did get a win at Indiana. Carrington sets up Middleton. It's a 3. It's off. And Jaren Jackson Jr. Nice. And now a run out for Wells. Washington does not get back. The Grizzlies run the floor. Aldama against Champagnie. The fadeaway jumper. Down to well it goes. Going to work against Justin Champagnie. And Aldama, he has been inconsistent up and down. When he's been good, he's been fantastic. Nice look underneath and a finish for Trey Johnson. They're the second youngest by average age in the NBA. Spencer with a drive, flares it out. Aldama knocks down the 3 ball, his second of the night. Grizzlies will reset. Aldama in double figures early with 10. Jaren deep post position. They got the mismatch against McCollum. And
another thing with Jaren is he has a size mismatch, and if he just takes his time, he'll get whatever shot he wants or create a shot for his teammate. Grizzlies, both 2 defenders move away from the drive. Lay-in.
Trey Johnson averaging 11 as a rookie. Omax into a crowd. A topside 3 by Coward. Down the well it goes for Cedric Coward.
To create the space and then knocks down a little mid-range jumper.
Carrington deals. Riley knocks down a 3 and yeah, and he's not looking for his shot. Jaren with a steal. Aldama running the floor, a Euro step, and a flip that falls.
They took a look at Omax to see first, was he going to make the pass in the fourth quarter?
Sarr backs him down, tries to lean in, misses off the back iron, but Champagnie skies in for the rebound. A McCollum 3 is through. And Wells, yes, Jalen Wells. Just a second basket. Jaren's got an open look from 3. Down the well it goes for Jaren Jackson Jr. He continues to cook from 3. Has options. One of them is Cam Spencer. On the give back, Santi up, under, contact, and the hoop.
They are combined 16 of 28 from the floor.
Johnson's back in, and he continues his hot back in March of 2024 against Golden State. Bub Carrington, flyby by Spencer, and Carrington knocks down the three. Carrington.
Because eventually this team will have to start making some steps in terms of being a good basketball team. As George knocks down that little mid-range jump shot, you have to start to evaluate young guys, maybe 4, 5, 6 year guys, but they're going to have to figure out a way and something to get them going on the strength of being better. Nice
Spencer
move.
finds Aldama. That is a nice. Spencer driving. Coward, a catch and shoot three, around and out. Aldama volleys it up and in, and Santi is having himself some game. 26. Sarr against Wells, turns baseline. Alex Sarr in double figure. Caldwell at 20 and 10 boards against Minnesota. Champagny for three. That's the 5th three of the period for the Wizards. And that is as big a reason as any that they are again within one.
Great find by McCollum.
KCP for three. It's through. KCP trying to hit Landale, but the pass behind him. George for three. Bagley dunked, got held, scored anyway. A three-point chance for Santi Aldama, having the game of his. Aldama backing down. Omax against Champagny. Wheels inside and scores to beat the shot clock. Rebound George. Carrington will try. Bagley offensive rebound. He misses and then follows his own.
Another three offensive.
But Champagny offensive rebound. Ball didn't hit the rim, no reset of the shot clock. Carrington, fade away, hits.
Again, the Grizzlies, though, getting caught on partner standing.
Aldama had the rebound taken away by Champagny. Three by George is in. And the Wizards back.
Took out of their hands. One there.
And Omax three. Yes! George. And right now, Washington can't miss from three. McCollum driving, dishing. Bagley catching on the baseline. Jaren's got to be careful. And Bagley ties the game at 112. Rebound CJ McCollum. And Washington has the lead from 20 down.
And you said communication on the defensive side has been an issue here in this second half. Santi with the corner three to
respond.
But the Grizzlies have to do a better job in these screen and rolls, whether you are switching.
Coward getting around George. Jaren.
Nice.
Coward for two. And Jaren Jackson Jr. 0-3 from the George, Sarr, Carrington, McCollum, and Johnson on the floor for the Wizards. CJ, a pull-up three. It's a one-point game. Spencer guards George. Shot clock down to 7. An open Sarr three out of the corner is in. Offensive rebound. Cutting Spencer. Hanging. Banking it in. 123-121. Shot clock at 5. George, a fadeaway three.
And allow teams to hang around.
Grizzlies only one timeout.
And 7 assists.
Your final tonight.
I walk in as $1 million more.
All right, as you can see right there, CJ McCollum and of course Keishon George being very, very influential to help Washington Wizards beat Memphis Grizzlies 130-122. All right, then after that came the Phoenix Suns taking on Golden State Warriors. Now this was an interesting game. The game was close from start to finish. And of course, the main man, Devin Booker, led the way, dropping for the Phoenix Suns, dropping 38 points in this game, 64 fantasy points right there. Dillon Brooks continues to have an amazing season this season, dropping 22 points in this one, 33 fantasy points. Giuseppe Another player that is a revelation, 16 points, 38 in the season. Steph Curry was tired of losing. He's like, no way, we gotta win this one. Dropped 28, 10 rebounds and 6 assists, 53 fantasy points right there. Then of course Jimmy Butler doing his thing as well, dropping 25, 33 fantasy points in that very game. Let's roll those highlights.
And 12, beat the Devs by that single point on Thursday. Devin Booker was 1 for 7 in that first half. Well, he's here with the first 4 of the game. Steph floating it home and 2 for 10 on threes the other night. And QP a year ago better than 40% from distance. Booker banking it home.
Good Raymond, though, that little pump fake. He took his time there. He was not sped up.
Quentin Post, beautiful delivery to Draymond Green.
You get a little way to get under him, and Quentin Post can make those passes.
Williams will hammer that down. Rewarding Jimmy Butler on the roll. Quentin Post, reload 3. And Phoenix is just fortunate. Steph Curry, 3. Yeah, don't leave that guy.
Well, that's why you keep it alive. A lot of times, that's the most open Steph's going to be, is off of offensive rebounds.
Dillon Brooks on the fadeaway. Dillon Brooks night. Butler pretty physical, put it up and in.
Go right at him, and he gave the ball back to Brooks. He got a delay of game that time, but first at him. He wants to be smash mouth. You're smash mouth too.
Booker on the kick out. Don't leave Royce O'Neal.
You turn it over, you're running the fastest back.
You better. Draymond down the lane and laying it up and in. Beautiful finish. Use the Booker. Well defended by Moody, and Draymond had the rebound, but Gillespie took it from him. Dillon Brooks 3. You turn it over. Bails out the Dubs. New Jersey.
It's at the Sarab shot, and then on the 25th, it's going to be at Nate's barbecue.
4.8 left in the quarter. Dillon Brooks to end the first, and dropping in 3. Steph gets the switch. Iguodala takes the big man inside and puts it up and in with the left hand.
See how he took his
denying Gillespie the ball. Now Draymond's there to take care of that. Beautiful. Brandon and Draymond combined wonderfully on that. Curry trails 3. Got it. And 1. So Steph was fouled as he hits the 3.
Here, kind of, Gillespie's moving, and Podziemski had to peel off, but you got Draymond, the enforcer, back there. He's screaming at Colin Gillespie, and Steph is able to get up and show that lightning quick release.
You got a technical on Draymond, and he's been thrown out of the game. Flagrant foul. And Draymond's just a little tired of the Suns whacking Curry when he's done shooting the 3.
Watch Draymond just crash into Gillespie, just kind of pushed him there. And he felt
a little ragged. Steph missing that 3. Quentin Post, an open look, and he got it. The points off turnovers are 12-2.
Or too easy.
And that's sort of why the game is at. I'll tell you, Bouye is doing a good job rebounding, passing. He's the smallest player on the floor, one of them. Gillespie, nice finish. He had a good percent, but you're playing without Draymond Green. And you have not stopped the turnover issue whatsoever. Pat Spencer 3. Welcome back, Pat Spencer. He's got 11 in the game. Getting to that step back. Made a little space and dropped it. Brooks and Williams up top. 55 ticks. Dillon Brooks. He's been shooting it well. 6 of 7.
All through the half.
Royce O'Neal.
These turnovers, the 16-4 points off turnover deficit is wild.
And Pritchard got it at home. He had 4 tenths to work with. That was gold good. Podziemski will start the second half. Jimmy Butler shot clock at 3. Jimmy got in to lay it up and in. Suns vastly improved defense this year. Butler 3. Jimmy is the best three-point shooter on the Warriors, by the way. Percentage-wise, he doesn't take a lot.
He was getting screened really well, so he had to hold on to Steph for dear life.
What a year for Gillespie. And that lob to Jimmy, thrown perfectly by Quentin Post. Podziemski driving. kick out to Butler. He's going to break the paint. Little decel. And Quentin Pels dunking it down.
Most of chances, he drew his defender.
Booker had Butler behind him, and he blocked it from behind. Now, DP2 in to try to slow down Booker. Second now to Dylan Brooks, shot clock at 3. And Brooks with the mid-range. He has one. Phoenix has done that a couple times.
You got to be physical and you snatch it.
Nice backdoor cut and done, hammering it down. Post back to Steph. DP2, a little baby hook, and rimming it home.
That is all Steph.
Let's run something, make them play defense.
They've had some bad timely turnovers of their own.
Santos corner 3. Key for 3. Still not sending a second defender. Hooker going to get a bucket of the body. Down to 7. Curry from the hash mark. 3. Brooks looking for Goodwin for 3.
He banked it? He did not.
2-point lead in the ball. Into GP2. Butler down the lane. Butler's fouled and lays it in.
Sense of urgency is through the roof to get a W.
Booker attacking. Gillespie. Still looking. Steph's got it. He was fouled first. He's fouled again, and he lays it in anyway. They were trying to foul him twice. One is beat. Back to O'Neal. 2 seconds. 1 from midcourt. That'll do it. The Warriors end the 3-game losing streak.
Like I said, Steph Curry was like, I'm tired of this, that I cannot keep losing. They were on a 3-game losing streak, and they definitely wanted to win this one, and they did. It was a crazy one, a wild one. And of course, Golden State Warriors managed to take that one. 116 Phoenix Suns to 119 Golden State Warriors. All right, then after that came Orlando Magic taking on Utah Jazz, another close one. Desmond Bane's right there dropping 49 fantasy points, 32 in this game. Desmond. Paulo Banchero doing his thing as well, 23 points, nearly a triple-double, just missed 1 rebound, just 9 rebounds and 9 assists, 56 for Paulo Banchero. Keontae George doing his thing as well, 27, 58 and 9 assists to go with that. It's V, I can't read that name. Yeah, dropping 23, 33 fantasy points. I was looking for Larry Marketing, but he didn't play in this game. So let me roll those highlights real quick.
% this season.
Yeah, and that means he's not just getting there. He's putting them down like he put that dunk down right there. Well, we talked about Banchero beginning of the game, but there's another guy right there with the ball, Desmond Bane, who plays well against this Jazz team, and he answers with a 3.
Well, the new piece is Desmond Bane. Played his first 5 years with Memphis, and that piece they're looking for to just take it to that next level, and Banchero is part of that piece. Will Hardy very unhappy with the no call. Little slip pass down low inside Banchero, 2 quick buckets.
That's where he likes to operate.
7-2 start for Orlando. Keontae short on the triple, finds its way to flip. Mikhailuk, Euro steps it inside, beautiful. Jazz are 10-16, Orlando 15-12. There's Nurk, hands off, Keontae turns a sharp corner, pops a J. I mean, that's what we're watching, T, the last couple of weeks is just a confident Orlando team. How about 6 points in 1 minute?
That's pretty good, isn't it?
I'll catch Will Hardy's attention. Back cut. Jed Howard, 24-22. The Jazz have been impressive offensively. There's a steal. Keontae to Sensabaugh. K-Love, the trailer 3. Bang!
The line was put out this morning.
You remember the first one?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. 3. Kevin Love picked up that foul. There's a cutter. Bane inside. Short. Wendell Carter Jr. Little attitude right there.
And the guards are leaking out a little bit after the Jazz are getting downhill in the paint, kind of drawing everybody in.
Kevin Love for three. Got it. By Cade. Fires a strike. Tyus Jones high off the glass and puts it down. Timeout. Right now the Jazz, remember, shot 52% early. Nice start by Utah. There's a steal. They've only hit 2 of 9 shots in the second quarter. 22%. Cody and Banchero tapped out and picked up by Anthony Black. Here's Desmond Bane. Step back triple. Tough shot. Up and in. 5 here in the second quarter.
That's where the Jazz are having some success offensively. Early in that shot clock, makes or misses.
Filipowski out front. Bane just got a half a step. Rebound. Filipowski. Third rebound for Flip. Sends a ball. Spins. Nice shot. Pulled the string and scores. Soft touch. 9 points. He's hit 4 of 7 from the floor. Inside, Maxey Key gets the dime and the bucket to Nurk.
You finally get it to Nurk, and that was a beautiful play.
Rebound, Nurkic off the miss. Banchero try to crash the boards for the rebound. Ace Bailey. Oh! Takes off, and this young rookie punishes the rim. This crowd's still buzzing. Jazz crawling back down by 8. Bane, paint, shot, jumps in for 2 more. He's got 23 in his pocket.
Desmond Bane is so good at that dribble, knowing where he is on the court.
Mikhailuk watches and hits. Jazz were able to push it ahead. Svi was open on the wing. Nicely done. Nurk with the rebound. Orlando 1 and out off that miss by Bane. Crossover. Keontae. He'll push it to the corner. Svi guides that ball into his hand and hits. Collier inbounds his Svi. Coming out for 3. Oh, Key. Yeah. That ball I thought was going to drop out.
He's not afraid to get in there. And
shows, throws it down to Nurk. Bataze puts a body on the big man. He'll spin. Kicks it out to Isaiah. Good look. Got it. Isaiah looks back, barks a bit at the Orlando, and why not?
Getting Bataze down in that paint and drawing the defense over.
That's been an issue all night. K Love with that rebound, quick outlet, but Orlando gets back to defend Keontae. There's contact. He'll take the shot off his right foot.
Yeah, Magic just first to the punch again to miss shots.
Keontae breaks free, rolls in. 30-point performances. It all started in Memphis with a career night there. Cutting, Bataze. Collier back inside. Ace shows the ball, drops it in. Nicely done. Love's got it back. Here's Svi. He'll take it to the rack. Denied. What a defensive stunt by Orlando. Ball pressure, inbounded. They're going to lob it in. K-Love. Oh, right back at you. Isaiah. K-Love, that's a vet move. Purple jerseys everywhere. K-Love leads the charge. Keontae, stop and go drive. Kick. Ace. 3. Got it!
They're going to try to still get it to Banchero. He's on the other side, but they want Bane to come on the other side.
Oh, that shot. I looked short. Caught the rim and dropped in for Bane. Isaiah, paint. Drop it. Mikhailuk. Oh, that's a circus shot. He was trapped, able to find just enough space to score. 20 for Mikhailuk, the former Kansas Jayhawk. Inside. Off it comes with the bucket put back up and in.
Yeah, it's hard when K-Love comes over to help.
Oh, my. What a turnaround here in quarter number 4. Collier drives inside and got it. Against Ace, he'll take the 3. Up and out. 9% shooter from 3. Banchero, a shot tapped up and in. That ball was out, but Pinda taps in his 13th point. Collier, belt high dribble, right hand.
We're denying everyone else.
Ace, nice pass. 0-1 to Vet. Oh, the wily Vet.
Clutch defensive move by Keontae.
See the Jazz take advantage. Collier wrapped up. They toss him down. No call. And the breakaway. My goodness, a wicked flush. Step back. Lets the traffic fly by. Oh! Inbounded. They hand it off to drive. Glass, count it. Caleb. Out of bounds. They're going to run the clock dry.
I walk in, it's $1 million move.
That was a crazy one, wild one. It took them to overtime, of course, to go all the way. And of course, as you can clearly see, Orlando Magic's right there managed to edge that one by just a single points, 128 to 127 Utah Jazz. And that's how that one was concluded. Thereafter came Deni Avdija and the Portland Trail Blazers taking on Sacramento Kings. And looks like things are now getting back to the way they should be. Deni Avdija leading the way, of course, for Portland Trail Blazers in this one, scoring 24 points, a double-double, 11 assists and 7 rebounds to go along. 56 fantasy points right there for Deni Avdija. Then Shaedon Sharpe as well, contributing 23 points, 39 fantasy points. Dennis Schroeder taking the lead in Sacramento, 21 points, 41 fantasy points for Dennis Schroeder right there. Let's roll the highlight.
Coming off a game-high 35 for the Blazers. Clinging over the top, knocks down the three. It'll be interesting to watch. Got a mismatch, looks to take advantage with that lefty hook. And here comes Sharpe. Sacramento off to a 0 for 3 start. Partially blocked, a little Murray on Murray. Sacramento back defensively in transition. Shaedon Sharpe. Quick catch and shoot by Camara, knocks down the 3-ball. Gold shooting start to begin this game. Avdija around the world sprays it out to the other Murray, Chris Murray. Besting brother Keegan so far. Here's makes little contact over Klingon. It's everything. Goes to his brother Chris. Sacramento down by 10 as Clifford gets ready to come into the ball game. Sacramento down by 13.
Got the better of him.
Back out to DeRozan. Drives and spins. And a propitious roll for the bucket. Murray rejects the screen by Cardwell. Got Sharpe in the air, never gave up on it, and scores the bucket. Camara on the baseline. Back out to Sissoko, one more inside. Avdija as Klingon finishes near the rim. Sharpe on the break, Sissoko on the lob. They misconnect. And here comes DeMar DeRozan. Up to Clifford. Pulls the three. Butter. As Sharpe gets that layup to go. Now, they've crowded him a little bit,
yes,
right?
They have.
Westbrook on the steal, got a 2-on-1. They dropped it off, nobody's stopping that. Maxime Renaud.
And then closing out the defensive possession. Neek Clifford and then pushing in transition.
Off glass, got it. Neek at night, looking at that left hand, it's happening. Kings within one, Avdija draws the hit and one. Westbrook around the screen. Got a little space and knocked it home. Westbrook with a quick cross. Oh, what a fake. Russ with a little handiwork. And Renaud with the bucket. They tie the game. Max able to move his feet here on the edges. But Avdija knocks down a big three.
By Portland, you've got Camara.
Good screen by Renaud for Murray. DeRozan catching 2-3, got it.
And that is the first triple by any member of this Kings starting lineup. That is keeping him, from being so unaffected by it. But whatever it is, continue.
Westbrook, tough shot, using the self-checkout line again. Shooting 43% from the field. Sharpe sprays it out top from the slot. Camara laces another three. That's just 5 on the shot clock. Klingon from deep.
And he knocked down 2 triples.
I'm not trying to snitch, but Schroeder out top. Off the pin down, Murray with the float game. It's here in Sacramento for the start of the fourth quarter. Mark Jones courtside with Cade Christensen chopping it up. Glad you decided to tap in. Maxey Renault with the putback. Got it to go to bring the Kings.
But they're shooting way more threes tonight than we saw the other day. They're just not converting on them. So go with a higher percentage shot.
Down by 3. Here's Schroeder. Renault got it.
There we go to the 2-point game.
Yep. A chance to take the lead here. Schroeder perusing the court. Renault, the remix. And Sacramento leads by 1. Another team's half-court offense. Guarding Kamara here. Avdi off the screen. Murray got a hand up, and it didn't matter that time.
I mean, you look at this Portland team, and Jeremy Grant not playing, as we mentioned earlier. They're the only team in the association with 3 players that can really get things going, and they look so much better than they did at the beginning of the season offensively. There's so much more flow to it. You see it right there. Perfect example.
Portland back defensively in transition. Past the midway point of the fourth quarter. Quick cross inside. Renault tipped up his miss. Lingen, guarded by DeRozan, turns the corner and slammed it. Challenge the call on the floor. Baseline out of bounds. Westbrook. DeRozan with a 3. Got it! He's the one that catalyzed the Thursday night comeback. And the lead is down to 4. Still a 2-possession game. Ball pressure on Sharp. They execute a run and jump and get the steal. Rush for 3. Tipped, no good. Out of bounds, that should be. That'll do it. Sharp at the other end will dribble off the clock.
I walk in, it's $1 million move. Chain on chill, but the attitude. Whole club froze when I step.
Well, I wouldn't trust Russ to make a final shot, so indeed. It didn't go, but they tried. They were just unlucky. Portland Trail Blazers was the lucky one in this one. Of course, the game ended by just a few points. Okay, that's just 5 points in this one. So it ended 98 Portland Trail Blazers to Sacramento's 93. Another highlight maybe is right now Maxey. Looking at that salary, it's really appetizing. It's just 4.8 million, and you can see he's averaging above 20 points. This was before his usage was high. Then suddenly his usage went up, because you can see the minutes he's playing, 30, 20, which is good. So if you need a serviceable player, there he is, Maxime Reynolds. So that's how that one ended, which brings us to the final game of the night. Now, I have a lot to say about this game. If you read the headlines, they will make excuses for LeBron James. Now, the headline, it says, when you go to the NBA site, it says that Kawhi lifts Clippers with 32. Look at Kawhi's averages. Kawhi has been scoring 32, 36 at this point, 39, 30. I am very sure it's not his 32 that helped Clippers beat this game, beat Lakers. No, it is not. Look at this, 34. You're saying it as if Kawhi has just scored 32 for the first time this season. No. The Clippers have been playing, but they have just been terrible. They are a terrible team this season. No team should have lost. I mean, Lakers shouldn't have lost a game against Clippers. But we all know why they lost that game. But when you see the headlines and everything, they will not mention it. They will not say it. Because there's a narrative they are trying to push. Now, bringing me back to the game. So, I've debunked that one. That's nonsense. Kawhi's 32 did not lift Clippers to win the game. No. Kawhi has been scoring 32 and they have been losing games. That is not why Clippers won this game. You know why Clippers won this game. The Clippers won this game because of a simple thing: fool's gold. LeBron James is fool's gold. People, stop smearing whatever on a pig and calling it beautiful. No, LeBron is washed out, he's done. All he does is start pad, put up numbers at the expense of the team. He does not care whether the team wins or not or doesn't, as long as he gets his numbers looking nice. He's done. Let him get it. Let him go. So you're going to watch this. I hope Luka is not really injured. He got injured in this game. He did not finish the game. He has a lower leg contusion that did not allow him to come back in the second half. And guess who took over? LeBron James. That's why they lost this game. It is not. It has nothing to do with Kawhi's 32 points. Nonsense. People, stop lying to us. And when they lose, they now start saying, there's even a point in time where they are saying LeBron James, who turns 41. Now they are bringing up his age. Yet earlier on they are saying, no, he still got it. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. Then when he loses, he's 41. Come on, you can't eat your cake and have it at the same time. Pick a battle. He's either the GOAT and the GOAT doesn't lose. But LeBron is not a GOAT. Bullshit. He has lost the most games in history. He has that record of most losses, most turnovers, most finals losses, most playoff losses, most. Pick it, name it. He has the most. That's the double-edged sword of longevity. And there is no GOAT who loses that much and claims that he's GOAT. A juggernaut, once he's in the play, no one else wins except them. LeBron is in the play and he has been losing for ever since we've been watching NBA. His time ended long time ago. So the reason why LA Lakers lost this game is because LeBron James took over. He took over in a game and he's not that good. Wait and watch. If Luka is out and Reaves is out, you're going to see what will happen to that team with LeBron at the helm. Just you wait and watch and see. And you will hear the headlines all talking about, Kawhi's 32 points, left Clippers. Nonsense. So this one ended 88. Lakers lost it because Luka did not finish that game. Had Luka finished that game, they would have won that game. Or if Austin Reaves was around, they would have won that game. But they don't have Austin Reaves, they don't have Luka, and they don't also have, forgetting the center's name, their big man. He's out injured. There's no way this team is going to win. Those are the three pillars of the LA Lakers. And once any of them is out, they suffer. It's not LeBron James. It has nothing to do with LeBron James. LeBron James will start bad, put up useless points just so he looks as if it's not his fault. But it's clearly his fault. I didn't want to go into the plus minuses, but I can even pull them up and show you that it is LeBron James's fault. But anyway, enough with that. So Luka wasn't able to finish this game. He got injured, unfortunately, and the Lakers suffered. 12 points is all he had scored in this one, and he only played 19 minutes. 21 fantasy points for Luka right there. Kawhi Leonard as well managed to get 32 points in this one. 12 rebounds, 65 fantasy points. Let me roll those highlights.
In this game, so if they can keep him healthy, their record should be much better than it is.
James Harden missed the last game, knocks it down from long. He's a great mid-range shooter, and he nearly touched that end. Zubac tried to tip it, no. Underneath Collins, the Lakers pulled away early in the fourth. Remember, that was part of the NBA Cup group play. Zubac lays smart. Okay, LeBron's got it. Lakers still standing around. LeBron on the outside. There you go. 16 points. Didn't miss a shot. Still continues that streak against Utah. Never missing in a Laker uniform. Up ahead. Here comes LeBron James. Leonard bumps into his man. Again, there's that flat, frozen road mid-range jumper that we see so often. Oh, down the lane. Nobody home, and John Collins is the Intuit Dome. I mean, near the roof. Here is Harden, cross, over, done, three, got it.
Well, there's the difference. They are much better than that.
I mean, they have the worst record in the league since Thanksgiving. At home, they haven't played well. They're 3-8. World Series was still going on. Dodgers were down the last time they won a home game. Here's a reverse layup, and it's good by Dunn. And they take it away. You know, the Lakers only had 7 turnovers the other night. Nick Batum won a couple of silver medals with France. Out of their funk with the win the other night. They had gone 7 games alternating wins and losses. Now they've won 2 in a row for the first time in a couple of weeks. Doncic led the team in rebounds 11 times. Right through the lane. They don't pick him up, and that's trouble for the opposition. And
instead of pick and roll, he picks and pops and shoots that 3 ball.
Bogdanovich, step back just inside the top of the key. Game, getting healthy again. He was out for a considerable spell. Doncic throws it up. Oh, he doesn't get the whistle, but he gets the basket. Yeah, as you say, Stu, NBA is what? Game of what? Runs. LeBron mid-range. A little sweet music for him. Very well towards the end. Lopez, there's that 3 you're talking about.
That's what he does, man.
There's any spillover from that.
That game will be officiated very closely. Again, Brook Lopez.
Lead 17. Lakers have never led. Again, stolen. LeBron, here he goes. LBJ. Defense, offense.
That was good defense
by Vanderbilt, just gobbling him up. Lakers, 5 field goals made for LeBron, just 2 for everybody else. And who else but the King lays it up and in. Timeout.
Nice.
Limits the 3. Rebound to Brook Lopez. At the other end, the Lakers don't get back, and they score with Leonard. Kawhi Leonard looks to get to the rim again. Harden. Well, you know, you overlook the fact he's such a good playmaker. Tapped up and in by Leonard. Period. LeBron bounce. Hayes out to LaRavia. Steps back. Open is Doncic. That's good ball movement. String music for Luka.
And F's have been the injury early on this season.
All around the NBA.
All around the league.
Lob under. Rise and throw it down. The lob and the jam. The finish by the big fella, Jackson. Vanderbilt was coming out to cheat a little bit with 1 on the clock. He scores it. Contact, but no whistle. Yeah, they've maintained a 12 to 17-point lead. Vanderbilt corner of the Clippers. Now that Zoo is out of the game. Doncic, got it, count it.
Offensive rebounds when they have an active big.
7 second chance points, but they get a 3 on the other end, and it's right back.
And they haven't done that.
Lakers have 1 bench point in the first half. 1. There is LeBron. All the way. Score! 3-point opportunity. Up comes Segundo, California. Leonard's going to go collect it. Boy, they get off. How do you do that? Leonard's there, and there was nobody home. Everybody just released. 119 and a half. They're in the top 10 scoring offense. LeBron works the left hand. Good tip. That time by LaRavia in the league. And, you know, you look at Doncic and Reaves. They're the only guys in the NBA. Oh, he banks it in. He banked it in. Are very close to that, too. Harden is over 25, and Kawhi's at 24-9. Throwing it down with 2 hands. Close to being that severe. Here is LeBron. Rides it up and rides it in. He's going to get double-digit rebounds tonight.
All on the offensive end.
Yeah, he's got 9 rebounds total right now. Marcus scores as he gets aggressive. And of course, he's won the scoring title before. Kick it into the corner. Chris Dunn. Oh, backdoor bounce. They're going to come out the other side. Harden can't control it. Oh, great play by James. Heads up play by LaRavia.
Fair.
Just under 7 minutes to go. 3rd quarter action. They're diving forward ahead of the pack. Timeout.
81% in his career. He was just being very humble.
I'm going to say that Kawhi.
Yeah, okay, good job. LeBron, he 44% for the night, yet they're dominating. Leonard got it. Leonard falls down. By the way, a couple of teams right ahead of the Lakers on nice winning streaks as Colin hits. Where's number 1? On his red Clipper jersey. Here he goes all the way. Can't score. Offensive board again. You just talked about it. And the Lakers reject it. And it's a... Couldn't get anywhere with it. Laravia trying the same thing on Nick Batum. Wide open in the corner. Vanderbilt. And he gets the bounce. So what does Harden do? Shoots a 3. Leonard. He was thinking about putting it up too. 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Leonard. Oh. That's like the game backing up. Here he goes all the way, lays it in. LeBron with it. Bogdanovich right up in his jersey. LeBron trying to just aggressively get there, and he does. No. LeBron. So he's not coming out yet. 785. Got to be perfect from here on out. Starting with LeBron, hitting a 3 from straight away. Barely. And he is hatching just like you said. This game is over.
Fool's gold. Fool's gold, fool's gold, fool's gold. The moment Luka stepped off that court, we knew the Lakers were going to lose that game. It was inevitable. That was the fate of the Lakers the moment Luka stepped off that court. All these other things is just window dressing. He dropped how many? It was just window dressing. There's no way you could even see it in the way the Clippers were moving on that court. The moment they realized that Luka didn't come out of that dressing room, it was a done deal for the Lakers. So that was the final game, as you see right there. The Lakers lost that one 88-103. LA Clippers managing to get that. So a look at our players tonight. Player number 1 is Devin Booker of the Phoenix Suns against that Golden State Warrior game. They pushed the Golden State Warriors to the limit, but of course the Golden State Warriors prevailed. Steph Curry would not let them lose that one. Phoenix Suns, it ended Phoenix Suns 116 to Golden State Warriors 119. And Devin Booker dropped 38 points in this one, 1 rebound, 5 assists, 2 blocks, 3 steals, and 64 fantasy points on the night, bringing his averages to 25.1 points per game, 4.3 rebounds per game, 6.5 assists per game in that one. Then the overall player of the night was none other than in the front court, Kawhi Leonard. Of course, they managed to beat the Lakers. It was inevitable. They were definitely going to beat the Lakers the moment Luka did not come out of that dressing room. 32 points is what Kawhi dropped, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks, 3 steals, and 65 fantasy points. 24.8 is his season average this season. 5.8 rebounds per game and 3.2 assists per game. All right, now a look at game 6 plans, and just so you have a look at that. Game day 6, we are going to field George will be playing. Let me just share with you that. Okay, so I'm going to sub out MVP Nikola Jokic. Bring in Rollins and Johnson. Okay, I have a full squad. That's good. That's very, very good. All right, so I have Johnson in the front court, Johnson, George, and Alperen Shangun, Amain Thompson, and Rawlings to complete the backcourt too for my squad tonight. On the bench, I have none playing. These are the ones that will play for me, so I save that squad. We're good to go for game day 6 later on today. So that concludes our updates, guys. Make sure you set your squads. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And let me know down in the comment section. Let me get that feedback. Give me those tips that you need me to do, to tweak here and there, so that I can make this content more useful to you, and it becomes a win-win for both you and me. All right, guys, peace out.